Hello everyone, welcome to another video talking geeky stuff with me. And today's video is about another recommendation. But before I start, spoiler alert. So 3, 2, 1, spoiler alert, you have been warned. And as usual, I will play trailer behind. I said in my previous videos, I've been off for a week, so I've been binging all kinds of stuff, TV, movies, video games, just binging. And I just finished this about an hour ago. I had this on my playlist for some time, but just work, other stuff to do, you kind of piled up and you kind of become almost like a back catalogue. I was just flicking through some of the stuff I wanted to watch, and I thought, you know what? I goes, oh, I forgot I even had this on my list to do. So I watched it, and yeah, really liked it. It's originally came out summer, July-ish in Korea. One of the big summer blockbusters in Korea. It's directed by, can't remember his name, but he's one of the big famed directors. I think he did a film called Assassinations, which was one of Korea's like highest grossing films. I still get to see that. I'll probably watch it soon. So this film, if you watch the trailer like this, I saw the trailer, I thought, wow, what is this? Then trailer kind of gives it. You got time travel, you got aliens, you got robots, you got martial arts, swordplay, Asian fantasy, all the stuff that I'm into. But as I'm saying that, it's almost like adding all that stuff in to a kind of movie. Would it merge? Would it synchronize? Because they are kind of like one end the other of the spectrum, sci-fi versus Asian fantasy and so on. But I'm happy to say he actually does a pretty good job in merging the two genres together. Myself, growing up in being Asian myself, I'm so used to these kind of like sword play, energy key blasts, people flying around, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon kind of movies. So to me, it's normal. We grew up with that movies and our TV shows and everything like that. And then growing up in the West as well, what's one of my favorite genres, like I said, is sci-fi action as well. So this film has them all. Special effects is great. I think that I've said this many times. I think overall, in the last 10 years, Korean movies, Korean TV, and even Korean music, BTS and so other things, have kind of, in my opinion, at the moment, is number one in Asia. The films, the TV, and everything like that has, they're rivaling and sometimes even better than the West. They've got good story, good acting. The genres to choose is good. It's not kind of like a bit messy like some of the Chinese films are. He has kind of good act one, act two, act three. Looks like the production is very solid, and all the stuff they've learned from the West, like special effects, car chase scenes, action sequences, all of that combined with what they do best as well locally, like a swordplay, hand-to-hand combat, drama, humanity drama, those kind of things. So you can kind of combine both the West and the East together. And I think this film is a good product of that. So the film itself starts off this kind of robot hunting this alien. You don't really see the alien, and you see like a lady floating. And then something happens. He sucks the alien out of her and absorbs it inside him and captures him and puts it into some sort of alien safe. And he's got a sidekick, like a little robot, flying robot. He's kind of like the comedy relief. And they go into his jeep and they go back to the future. So the first scene was set like 600 years ago in Korea. And then once the mission is done, they go back to the future. Oh, before that as well, there was once he took the alien out of the lady's body. The lady said, "Please look after my child, baby there." Of course, he didn't want to do it, but the sidekick did it, and then went back to our time, and then 2012. Then 10 years later, 2022, the kid grows up, is in school, and so on. So story rolls around is basically an alien race. They I have to say, it seems like I can't remember now. I just forgot. I just watched it. Well, they ran out of space to put prisoners, but they put prisoners in human bodies as hosts in the human mind. And 9 out of 10 times goes perfectly. The human being don't even notice. They won't feel the same. They feel the same. They go along as life as normal. So the alien is in prison in our minds. But every now and again, like I said, the 1%, you get one that tries to escape and cause havoc. And that's where you get the robot, which is called the guard. He goes to these different timelines just to make sure they don't wreak any havoc and, imprison it into some sort of Red Bull and put it into an alien safe for safekeeping. And that's their job. Of course, now that they have a kid, a girl, 10-year-old, who's very kind of curious, suspicious, and so on. So the film goes back to the 1600s in Korea and flies back to the modern day. What I liked about it does, if you follow the film, you don't lose track of what's happening. After this artifact, like a little dagger, this dagger's, especially in the 1600s in ancient Korea, where they're hunting this dagger, true power and so on and so forth, which makes sense because 600 years ago, the world, anything has artifacts, just have mystical powers and so on. But you find that the dagger is the key to the power source that helps them time travel. And then there's a scene where in a hospital, this alien artifact comes in and imprison more the aliens in the human mind. And one of them is a police officer. And that's the controller. So you have a bunch of kind of rogue aliens who wants to get the leader, controller, to unleash or release all the aliens out. And that's where the robot comes in and tries to protect it. So they're consistent fighting back and forth. The special effects overall, I actually really like this. There's a scene, like I said, when the aliens trying to awaken the controller, which is trapped into the police officer's body. And there's a bit where police officer is like, there's a nice, I don't want to call it a car chase, because the police officer is driving a police car, driving around Seoul, and you got the alien spaceship chasing it, and then you got the smaller alien spaceship which is controlled by the guard. So it's kind of freeway. And overall, the special effects are great. I find some of the special effects lets it down. I think that the special effects with like vehicles, the city, when the laser beam kind of cuts through the building, they look fantastic. The car wrecks look fantastic. I think that using two robots fighting, it does look very PlayStation 5 games graphics. So that still, I think Asia still has a lot of work in that aspect, using kind of humanoid animation. But the rest is still great. The spaceship design, flying through the city, looks fantastic. So anyway, then that finishes, and then you kind of see like a showdown in the robots. What looks like a factory, which is converted to his home base. Big fire, then they activate the dagger, and it goes back to 1600s, where it follows the story of Muraku. I can't pronounce his name. The main guy, he's quite a funny guy. I do like his character. Speaking about funny, he's actually quite funny. This film is. So yeah, but then he flies there. That's a bit of a flashback. Fast forward 10 years, and then there's a fight in the ancient times, where it's like, it's really fun because you've got kind of traditional martial arts fighting aliens, and then you've got the little girl who's in her 20s now using a Glock 16 or Glock 17 gun shooting at the aliens. So, and then you've got the two Taoists, which I also like their character. They're very funny, using kind of mystical arts and kind of magic against the aliens. So it's kind of wacky, but at the same time it's fun, and I do like it. Yeah, so I think that from my side of things, I appreciate more because, like I said, I grew up with this kind of Asian fantasy, and I grew up with, on my Western side, sci-fi action, and I liked the way the director melded them both together. So overall, I really liked it. I know this. I'm going all the places, probably confusion. The film is quite confusing, but at the same time it's not. If you follow it, you can understand it really well. And this is just the first part. You end with a really good cliffhanger. You find out who the controller is, or the main bad guy is, because the two aliens who went back in time causing havoc is looking for that person or that alien. And you find out who it is at the end. It kind of ends on a cliffhanger. So I'm really looking forward to part 2, hopefully next summer. Hopefully. And fingers crossed. Yeah. I'll just say thank you for watching. Until next time, please subscribe for more Talking Geeky stuff. And if I had to give this a rating, I give this a 8 out of 10. A good solid 8 out of 10. It's fun, it's funny, action packed. If you like martial arts, it's got that. If you like Asian fantasy, it's got that. If you like Western sci-fi, it's got that as well. So yeah, it's got a bit for everyone. Anyway, until next time, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are in the world. And please stay safe. Goodbye.